Hey.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ MV.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump day.
Happy holidays, y'all. Good morning.
That's right. Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. Good morning.
It's definitely the holiday season, man.
My last hump day on the Breakfast Club.
That's right.
Allegedly. We'll see.
Oh, no, it is.
Next week we'll tell.
Next, I won't even be here.
There's a lot of decorations and all kind of stuff going on. I'm like, man, is this really it? We'll see. We shall see.
We shall see.
Absolutely. How y'all feeling?
I feel great, man. Yesterday was my beautiful queen's born day, my wife. So I went to go check out a Broadway play last night, man. Went to go see Strange Loop.
Okay, how was it?
It's interesting. I think everybody should go see it.
Okay.
You would love it.
Yeah.
We would love it. It's a really hey, it's a great play. I'll tell you that much.
It's a great play. Okay.
Right? I tell you, put it like this: if you think what we do on this show is extra,
that's why we love it.
Did you guys
Strange Loop.
Did you guys see
right now?
The Slave play on Broadway?
The Slave play. What is the Slave play on Broadway?
Oh, well,
I didn't see that.
It's another one.
Salute to Strange Loop, man. I think it's about to be over too, so you might need to check it out. I think the run is about to be over.
First of all, y'all know Broadway plays are one of my favorite things to do. MJ the Musical. I keep telling you, when I say you guys will love that, the kids will love it, the whole family. MJ the Musical, they do a great job on there. Miles Frost, I think is his name, that plays Michael Jackson. Amazing. But yes, a nice, good Broadway play is a good plan. Every time people are like, I'm coming to New York, I'm like, go see a Broadway play.
Well, I wouldn't go to New York City to a play today because today they are lighting the Rockefeller Christmas tree.
I thought they already did that. I feel like they're late. I feel like they're supposed to do that exactly the day after Thanksgiving, man. It's the holiday season, and I'm telling y'all, enjoy the moment because Christmas will be next week, the way this stuff is going.
Yeah, it's moving fast.
What?
Yes, super duper fast.
Bro, it was just September. Like, this feel like it's half a days, bro. I feel like, you know how you go to work sometimes and you got half days, the kids got half days at school? That's what it feel like we doing right now. I'm like, this can't be the same 24 hours I had when I was young. This ain't the same 24 hours from last year. Enjoy the moment, man.
I feel it should be a lot colder, too. It should be colder.
Is that what you want?
No, I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Don't blame climate change.
I want the earth to be all right. Yeah, it should be a lot colder.
The earth would like it to be a lot colder, too, but you humans.
Yeah.
You humans have ruined that.
I guess you're right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Glorilla will be joining us today.
Okay.
She has an EP that comes out this Friday. Anyways, Life's Great.
Wait, I think her EP's out already.
Oh, it's out already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, shout out to Glorilla. We'll be talking to her a little bit later. And we got front page news next.
Yes, and Twitter has decided they're stopping policing COVID misinformation, and they also have restored 62,000 suspended accounts. We'll give you more information.
Oh, my goodness. All right, we'll get into that next. Let's get into a new joint. This is Nas and 21 Savage. It's called One Mic, One Gun. You know, at one time, they were allegedly going back and forth. 21 Savage made a comment about Nas
21 said Nas wasn't relevant, which was
relevant. So
not true.
Beefing, they got together and did a record and had conversation, which is great.
I love it.
Let's get into it right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
All right, we like that.
Nas, 21 Savage, One Mic, One Gun.
Yeah, 21 said, once you're a legend, there's no such thing as relevant. I would say once you become a legend, you are forever relevant. So, salute to 21 and Nas. They did something that a lot of people don't do anymore, which is music.
They had a conversation.
Word is born. And people have all these beefs online and, they talk all this crazy mess on social media, but it don't never turn into no records. So I'm happy they made a record.
You and me both. All right, well, let's get in some front page news. Now, all my soccer fans, the FIFA Football. FIFA World Cup 2022, the USA beat Iran 1-0. Now, one of the things that people were talking about is Iran reporter spoke to the captain of the team. We don't have that audio, right? No, he spoke to the captain of the team and asked him, how does it feel playing for a country that is racist towards black people? Did y'all see that? No.
What was his answer?
He said, I've been in so many different countries and there's racism everywhere. So he was like, the one thing about the U.S. that he would say is that hopefully that they're progressing and trying to change and evolve. And he said that people were, it was a nasty question the way he did that question, but.
It's always an awkward question, right? People say that, they'll say that to you. They'll be like, so, you live in a country full of racism, you know what I mean? I don't know what that means. Like, we're here. This is what we know.
But he was basically saying that, we're in this country, right, too, and this country doesn't take kindly to black people as well. He was pretty much saying that as well. I guess we'll get the audio next hour. What else we got, Easy?
All right, so Twitter, they are going to stop policing COVID misinformation under the new CEO, Elon Musk. And he's committed to free speech on Twitter, so he also has restored 62,000 suspended accounts. Now, online safety experts have argued that his approach has led to an increase in hate speech, harassment, and misinformation on the platform. So they're not going to remove or tag misleading health information related to COVID, because previously Twitter was labeling and removing that type of misinformation and false claims about COVID and the impacts of immunizations.
So free speech means you have the right to lie?
I guess so.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and also...
That's not going to hold up in a court of law, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are getting off of Twitter now. We'll see what's going to happen. You think Twitter's going to still be around? And
listen, if you're still on Twitter at this point, that's your dumb ass. Okay, in life, we have to be responsible for the things we consume. So if we know there's misinformation on Twitter, if we know it's toxic over there, then why are you over there? Like, Elon is showing us how much people like mess. We love watching traffic accidents. We love running towards the fight so we can see. We love consuming BS. This is proving it if you're still on Twitter at this point.
Yeah, because you guys all still have Twitter accounts, right?
I got a Twitter account, but I haven't been on Twitter in 4 years. I don't tweet. I don't go look at the ads. I don't care about what's going on Twitter. I'm never on Twitter.
Yeah, I use my Twitter, and my Instagram is connected to it. So anytime I post on Instagram, it automatically goes to Facebook.
I stopped that. I've been stopped that years ago.
Goes to both.
I just use the gram.
Now, what is the word of the year according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary? Gaslighting is the word of the year. That's the word for 2022. Gaslighting is the act or practice of grossly misleading someone, especially for one's own advantage. It's a manipulative tactic that one can use to make others think they're wrong for a larger plan.
Yeah, it's people who build whole platforms, especially on social media, based off gaslighting.
All right. Now, Brett Favre has filed a motion to dismiss that lawsuit in the Mississippi welfare fraud case. According to his attorney, he said that Mr. Favre never had any control over how Mississippi spent its welfare funds and never made any misrepresentations to anyone. Here it is.
My involvement basically was bring awareness, generate some enthusiasm, maybe funding.
So he was sued by the state welfare agency. He got $1.1 million in federal welfare funds that was supposed to lift children out of poverty in the poorest state in America. And instead of helping families, the state says that Brett Favre was paid to speak at 3 different public events and 1 keynote address, but no speeches ever occurred. And his attorneys are saying that he and his organization repaid the funds and that Mississippi officials are to blame for the misspending. They said Mr. Favre never had any control over how Mississippi spent its welfare funds. He never made any misrepresentations to anyone. We believe that after the court reviews our motion, this case will be dismissed.
Well, they have text messages that show Brett Favre definitely was with it. He may not have had control of where the money, went, but he damn sure had no problem taking that money. And he knew where that money was supposed to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know if just paying back the money, and he still owes interest. So he paid back the $1.1 million, but they said he does also still owe $228,000 in interest that accrued during the time that he had the funds.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Now get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051 is The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this Craig with a K, man. I got two things. Don't hang up on me.
Why you got two things? I only got one.
I only got one.
No, hold on. I got two. That was good. But listen, Elon Musk. I'm going to be honest with you. Elon Musk remind me a lot of President Snow from the Hunger Games. Elon Musk is rich and he's bored. And I think what he's doing with Twitter, giving people this platform to do and say whatever they want, I think what he's doing is sitting back and allowing and watching and being entertained by letting people hang themselves.
Well, I don't know if he's letting people hang themselves, but I think like I said earlier, he's showing us how much people like mess. Like, we love watching traffic accidents. The messier, the better. Like, people love running towards the fight, so they can see it. People love consuming BS, and I think he's proving that right now by letting Twitter be the Wild Wild West.
Right. Second thing, envy. I got a bone to pick with you, man.
I'm married, sir, but go ahead.
Nah, listen, I don't even talk about that because you be turning up on your light-skinned Keisha stuff. I'm talking about 2 weeks ago or a couple weeks ago when Designer was trying to call out 21 Savage in that versus battle. You was hella petty, bro. You was hella petty. You know that man ain't got no hits. And Charlamagne was trying to just bypass you with the Kodak stuff, but you was being petty. And you supposed to be from New York, bro. And you just embarrassing. You like helping Designer embarrass himself. And I feel like with Angela Yee gone, bro, you really gonna turn up on your light-skinned Keisha stuff, man.
Light-skinned Keisha.
Real light-skinned.
Light-skinned Rashawn.
You be reminding me of them light-skinned chicks back in high school, bro. You got to slow down, bro.
You like me?
Would you hit? Yo.
He hung up.
Yo.
He hung up.
Yo.
He hung up.
Why he hung up? It was just getting good, man.
Made it awkward and uncomfortable. Now, shout out to Design. You know what he was talking about when 21 Savage said he'll kill everybody on the cover. And I was asking all the artists that was on the cover. Designer was one of them. Kodak was another one. Who else was on that cover?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. That was like 2 weeks ago. But shout out to Designer. Hello, who's this?
Yo, B-Mom from the Metro. How y'all doing, man?
What up, bro?
803, what's happening?
Get it off your chest.
You already know. Hey, I just wanted to, talk to Angela, sync off in the right way. It's been a long time. I've been listening to The Breakfast Club since, I was in high school. I'm about to be 28 tomorrow, so I just want to let you know everything you're doing, stepping into this new light. I really love it, and I'm happy for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for listening to us since high school.
And happy birthday,
We've been on for quite some time.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. Happy. And I want to also let you know too, Charlamagne and DJ Envy, y'all be easy on her now, okay? All the Bruck Brothers stuff on Hump Day. If y'all want to do all that, y'all can go to the Munchmobile.
What is you talking about?
Where's the Munchmobile?
To the Munchmobile. Me.
Goodbye, man.
What the hell did he just say?
He said, to the Munchmobile, baby.
All right. Well, he's clearly going to beat us there. Save some for us, bro.
Hello, who's
Good
this?
morning. This Terry. Good morning, family. How y'all doing?
What's up, my brother?
I just wanted to drop a bomb for Donald Trump, man. What nobody said yet, nothing positive. But if it wasn't for Donald Trump, we would have never found out about the Proud Boys and No Keepers. They probably would never reveal themselves. So he made racism a factor, and now the new generation don't learn about it in school. They get to see it. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I got from him.
I would have to disagree a little bit. I would have to get at the President Obama because, President Obama. Yeah, because President Obama, we weren't paying attention because we were so busy celebrating, but there was a whole other side of the country, that got stirred up. All Trump did was come along and be their champion. But, Obama set the table.
You're right about that. Angela Yee, you leaving for real?
This is my last Wednesday. Friday is the last day.
Well, I want to give y'all flowers while y'all still on there together. I appreciate y'all every morning, man. When I'm on my work truck, I get to feel like I'm over my cousin's house because I live out of state. So I get to feel like I'm at home with my family at least 4 hours a day. So I appreciate y'all for that.
But even living out of state, we nationally syndicated in 100+ markets, bro. I'm pretty sure we in whatever state you're in.
And we have an app, the iHeartRadio app.
No, not that. We don't get to see family a lot live out of state. So I get to feel like I'm actually over my
you feel like we're family, so yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I feel what you're saying.
So
you can listen anywhere.
All right. Well, you have a good
one. You too now.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Let's go.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
Say it with your chest.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, everybody. This is DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We have a special guest on the phone. We have OK Low on the phone. What up? Yo, what up?
OK Low, what's good?
Hey, y'all. Happy last Wednesday. I congratulate you on everything. I'm just in a good mood. I'm blessed. Even though I'm suspended for my job, I'm still good. I'm good money. God got me. You heard?
Okay.
All right. I love the energy, OK Low.
Yeah. You already know. Yo, Envy, what up? Yo, Yee.
Yes.
Do your thing, man. I already know. I'm so proud of you, yo. You don't even understand, man. Keep doing your thing, yo. You heard?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
Yo, Charlamagne.
Yes, sir.
Yo, don't wear that wig no more, man. You looking too comfy in that wig, bro.
What's wrong with the wig, bro?
Listen, I ain't saying nothing wrong with wearing no wig. You ain't trying to get me canceled, bro. I'm just saying you shouldn't wear it no more.
I started to do a side by side with me and Tupac and say who wore it better.
All right, good day, y'all. Have a good day. I'm out.
So y'all don't remember when Tupac wore the wig and he was singing Rick James, Super Freak, Super Freak? Google it.
I do know that purple hair was on me all day, man. That wig was the cheapest wig ever. Hello, who's this?
Yeah, why y'all wearing ladies' wigs, man? What way we need to identify you guys as now, man?
Wow.
What's going on? Peace and blessings, man. Sean Stone on the phone.
Well, let me ask you a question. You do know that men wear, number one, men wear wigs when they wear toupees and when they do the hair pieces and everything else. You do know that, right?
You guys don't need to wear wigs. Are you guys playing a role together that we need to know? I know Envy is doing the acting thing now.
You remember that video when Tupac wore the long wig and he was pretending to be Rick James? You remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Would you tell Tupac? No, he wasn't acting. He was just playing around in a room with some homegirls. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So would you have told him? Would you? No. Would you have told him?
Homegirls, but you would be with Envy.
What's the difference?
Hey, watch your mouth.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, I'm very sad that you is leaving, man. Yeah, it just hit me that you leaving.
I know. 2 more days. 2 more days, and I'm out.
You still gonna know her. She's still gonna be on radio, bro.
I know, but I'm not happy. It's hitting me now, man. I feel like I want to cry, man.
Cry, go ahead, man.
Yeah, let it out. Be vulnerable.
I'm gonna be vulnerable, and sing your song, okay?
Oh, God.
Why you say it like that? He's singing your song. Go.
I don't wanna see you go. It just ain't gonna be the same on this show. I know you wanna go and do your own thing. I know you wanna go and spread your wings and fly way up in the sky, but I don't wanna see you go.
Oh boy.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I love you, Yee.
I think you sound great. You know what, Sean Stone, I think that you should try out for her co-host.
I would love to do something with Yee, man. I'm gonna always support Yee. I'm gonna be on Way Up. I'm gonna be calling in.
What do you think,
Yee?
I mean?
Yeah, and you could also try out for the Breakfast Club, too.
Hey, man, you know I love you guys, man. You know, no matter what type of smoke.
We got an extra wig.
For Charlamagne, though. I got smoke for Charlamagne. Charlamagne, you need to stop pushing gay on people, bro.
Oh, my gosh.
A dude called yesterday. A dude called yesterday saying one of his friends was trying to come on to him. And instead of you trying to give this man advice, you made the man feel weird on the phone, bro.
Hey, man, you care about that more than I do, bro.
It's just crazy, man.
Like, gay is always on your mind. I ain't even mentioned gay this morning. You did.
Nah, but I listened to the show a lot, bro.
You started off worrying about me and Envy wearing wigs together, and now you talking about gay. You still butthurt over Trav. I don't know. Sean Stone, now is the time. This is the season, bro. You want to tell us something?
I'm straight as an arrow. All
right, seasons meetings.
Love, bro.
Seasons meetings. Right.
How does it always go there with him?
It's always about meat.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up. Now we got rumors on the way?
Yes, let's talk about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. They have settled their divorce. And Kim Kardashian is getting child support. We'll tell you how much that is.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Why the Breakfast Club don't care that it's the holiday season, man? I feel like, I'm having to tell y'all to put the decorations up. We don't got no, Breakfast Club Christmas imaging, holiday season imaging, nothing?
No.
Bro, we have two. We have us saying Merry Christmas and DMX.
I don't work
Christ,
there.
Those are old. You think your show gonna be any better? You see how things are around here? You think you're gonna be any better? Okay.
All right, well, let's get to the rumors. What are we talking about, Yee?
Listen up. This just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, earlier we were talking about 21 Savage and Nas and their new song, which we also played, One Mic, One Gun, after backlash with 21 Savage saying that Nas was, quote, not relevant. The two of them work together now. And Nas posted, Nas, 21 Savage, tonight, only way we moving is with love, respect, and unity. The foundational principles of hip-hop. Excited to collaborate with my young brother. And I hope more artists use turbulent moments and turn them into a time to make new art. That's what it's about. And 21 Savage said, I would never disrespect Nas or any legend who paved the way for me. Y'all be trying to take stuff and run with it.
I agree wholeheartedly with what Nas said, man, because I don't be understanding how all these Twitter beefs don't be turning into no music. Like, I wanted, when everybody was going back and forth, like the JTs and the Nickies and the Lottos, I'm like, damn, no records? Not one?
Yeah, but you got to understand, too, Nas is a grown-ass man and probably reached out and said, let's have a conversation. A lot of times, I don't think people reach out and have conversations.
But even if they don't reach out, back in the day, you would at least see somebody would do a record. Like, forget all the tweets. Like, where's the records towards each other? Keep it hip-hop.
All right, and LL Cool J, his Rock the Bells, has announced they're doing a hip-hop experience cruise in celebration of hip-hop turning 50 years old next year. That cruise is going to be brought to life in partnership with Six Man and the Norwegian Pearl. It sets sail from Miami to the Bahamas November 13th of 2023. It's going to be a 4-night cruise with a full lineup of performers. So get ready for that.
Dropping the cruise bombs for LL Cool J.
That's going to be dope.
Trust and believe when I say the old heads need that. You know what I mean? Tom Joyner used to have that lane sewn up, you know, but I don't think he does it no more. So it makes sense for LL to do that.
You know what? I've never been on a cruise.
Never?
Me neither. I don't like cruises.
But I never really wanted to for some reason.
Cruise was the thing.
This might sound like a thing. My family goes on a cruise every year.
Yeah, it's perfect, especially when you're young and you ain't really got that much money. You get on a cruise, everything is there. You get free liquor, free food, and it's like a hotel on the water. You get free shows.
See, I don't like that. The way my anxiety's set up, I don't want to be just in the middle of the ocean somewhere.
Nah, it's perfect because you
for
never
days
go
at a
over budget.
time.
And look, Tom Joyner does still do his cruise. I knew I heard Lauryn Hill is going to be performing.
Oh,
on
he
it.
does?
Yeah, so Lauryn Hill is performing for the Tom Joyner Foundation cruise in 2023.
Who's dropping the cruise bomb for the OG Tom Joyner?
Before COVID and all that, cruises were amazing.
It's enough water and enough boats for everybody.
Yep. All right. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have settled their divorce. According to the settlement, Kim and Kanye get joint custody with equal access to their 4 children. But Kim will likely have the lion's share of the kids' time, even though, Kanye has even acknowledged that Kim already has the kids 80% of the time. He also will be paying her $200,000 a month in child support. So she's not taking care of everything financially. He's only paying $200,000 a month, and he's also responsible for 50% of their educational expenses, including tuition, and 50% of their security expenses.
Now, how soon before Kanye blames everybody else for having to pay child support? How soon does he say that this isn't fair, that he has to pay child support because he's no longer a billionaire, but Kim is, so he shouldn't have to pay child support?
But she has a kid 80% of the time, and how many kids do they have? 4?
Listen, I
kids.
agree she should absolutely get child support, but how long before he doesn't rant saying that it's not fair that he has to pay child support?
I mean, because kids have
it's coming. You know it's coming, guys and girls. Come on.
I'm sure.
And, he also gave up their house in Hidden Hills, that home. It's a $4.5 million house. That was part of the settlement, and he's transferring the title of that home to Kim, and she'll then be responsible for all of the expenses related to that property. But he will keep his $60 million home in Malibu, his 2 ranches in Wyoming, his 300 acres in Calabasas, a home in Belgium, and his childhood home, which he bought in Chicago. And then she gets to keep the property she purchased in Idaho and that Hidden Hills home where she's going to raise their kids.
Does Kanye still have that house across the street?
Yeah. But I think he bought that after. He bought that house.
They were still married, but I was just curious if he still had
Is that the one he had to stop renovations on, they said?
That was the Malibu one, too.
But they're saying that he gave Kim that home. He's giving that to her, the one that he bought directly across the street.
Oh, he's giving that. Oh, so she has both now.
So she's going to have that home also.
Okay.
Did he factor all that in before he decided to self-destruct? Because it sounds like he's going to need some jobs.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
All right. Thank you, Miss She. Front page news, what are we talking about?
Well, let's talk about the Senate. They have passed a landmark legislation that would codify a federal protection for marriages of same-sex and interracial couples.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Looking to turn a small bet into a big payday? With DraftKings Sportsbook same-game parlays, you can pocket more cash when you combine multiple bets from one game. Download the app, sign up with code ENVY, and get a special offer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. All right. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to some front page news. Now, in FIFA football, soccer, all right, USA beat Iran 1-0. Now, after the game, they spoke. Iran reporter spoke to Tyler Adams, which is the captain of the team, and he asked some uncomfortable questions.
First of all, you say you support the Iranian people, but you're pronouncing our country's name wrong. Our country is named Iran,
Envy.
not Iran.
Envy.
Please, once and for all, let's get this clear. Second of all, are you okay to be representing a country that has so much discrimination against black people in its own borders? And we saw the Black Lives Matter movement over the past few years. Are you okay to be representing the US? Meanwhile, there's so much discrimination happening against black people in America.
My apologies on the mispronunciation of your country. You know, there's discrimination everywhere you go. You know, one thing that I've learned, especially from living abroad in the past years and having to fit in different cultures and kind of assimilate into different cultures, is that in the US we're continuing to make progress every single day.
All right. Well, what else we got, Yeezy?
I mean, that's an interesting conversation, though. I mean, because we do have discrimination and racism in America, but we also got the right to speak out against it, fight against it, and every generation should be making progress. Does it feel like we've gone backwards in recent times? Yes.
But I think that's in every country. There's racism in every country. You know what I mean? So how do you ask somebody, how do you represent your country? But I think you see that in every country, but at least...
Not to mention, we just had Moj up here talking about everything that's happening in Iran.
Yes.
So...
is it Iran or... Iran.
It's Iran.
Iran, okay.
The Senate has passed landmark legislation that would codify federal protection for marriages of same-sex and interracial couples. So Democrats have secured enough votes to overcome opposition from most Republicans. And the Respect for Marriage Act has now been approved 61-36 with support from all the Democrats and 12 GOP votes after a filibuster was defeated. So the measure now goes to the House for a final vote, and then it goes to Joe Biden, who said he looks forward to enacting it.
I would never understand why people care that much about who somebody else chooses to marry.
And the fact that this has to get codified, but I guess with everything happening with abortion rights being rolled back, now people are concerned about marriage rights and being able to marry. Because you guys recall there was a time when same-sex marriage was not allowed. And I do believe...
It's same-sex and interracial, right?
And interracial couples, yes. And you know what's interesting with this Respect for Marriage Act, I think that you can still state by state make decisions, but they'll recognize it federally. So there's all different kinds of things going on. But the fact that, you know, you have to make sure that you protect this, something that you might not have even thought about. You might have just been like, people can marry who they want now, yay, and not realize that people are plotting to take those rights away. All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, now, when we come back, Glorilla will be joining us.
Big Glow, not the little one.
That's right. We're going to kick it with Glorilla when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Big Glow.
Glorilla. Welcome.
What it do?
You know, you made it on Angela Yee's last couple of days.
Yeah, and you know,
Friday,
and let me tell you something. You know, F&F is a theme song for me when I get out of here.
For real?
Yeah.
I love it.
That's not funny.
What? Oh, is that offensive?
Well, it's so she's talking about you. No, it's singular. You. Okay.
Well, we gonna be free from all of them. Okay.
All of them.
But welcome, congratulations on everything. The BET Awards, you're nominated for a Grammy.
Thank you.
How
are you?
Life's great.
I feel super blessed. Like super blessed.
Did you think it was gonna happen this fast? Like from the time you met Gotti to this stardom that you're having, did you think it was gonna happen this fast?
Nah, I ain't think it was gonna happen this fast. Like it's still surreal to me.
Okay.
It is true. You put that in the atmosphere, though, because the EP is called Anyways, Life's Great.
Yeah.
And I feel like life is great.
Life's super great.
Yeah, you got to put it out there like that and, like, will things into being.
Yeah, most definitely got to manifest. It's a lot of power in the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm firm on it.
Now, I love listening to the EP as a woman, but I know men love you too. And that's something that I saw them talking about on social media, how different that is when there's a woman rapper and the guys is blasting it also. Because I know sometimes guys could be funny about that.
Yeah, because I actually know a lot of dudes that be like, they don't listen to female rap. And so, like, when I started hearing a lot of them say they be listening to me, like, you just warm my heart. I'm like, oh, my God, y'all be listening to me? And I be talking about them.
I know. They over there singing F and F, like, you talking about them.
They be reversing it, though, because, like, I get, like, the music I make, I reverse
the music. I love that message. The music.
Like, but they can reverse it and say it towards females and still.
It don't hit the same though.
Nah, it don't hit the same. So
more
for people
powerful.
that don't know, let's start from the beginning. How did you meet Gotti? How did you sign with CMG? How did that come about?
So Gotti was one of the first people hit me up actually, like the third day after F and F dropped. But like everybody was flying me out when F and F first dropped. Like all the labels, I was going to a lot of label meetings. And so it actually took me some time to get to Gotti. Like it took me like about a good 2 weeks after he called because I was just around with everybody else. And so when I had finally linked with him, it was on the yacht. We had met on the yacht and stuff, and we was just chopping it up. And then the rest was history.
How you get to Gotti last, though? Gotti right there in Memphis.
Right, because it's like, I don't know. I probably was scared.
What? Scared of what?
I don't know. Like, because he just from Memphis, and, you know, like, I was just scared.
Now, is it true that they say Gotti, if you hot in Memphis, you got to sign with Gotti? If not, he ain't going to with you.
Nah, because that ain't like that at all.
Yeah.
Pooh Shiesty.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, he messed with a couple yeah. I was gonna ask, so what made you sign with Gotti after having all these meetings with all these different labels? What made
and like what other labels? Like where did you go during those 2 weeks?
I ain't gonna say the names of the labels I went to, but
all the majors.
It was a couple of it was. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of almost. I ain't gonna say every, but almost every label reached out to me.
Mm-hmm. Did they try okay, we're not gonna let you leave until you sign?
No, you know, they weren't like that. It's like the stuff they were talking about. It was okay, but when I linked with Gotti, it's like he knew my potential. Like a lot of labels didn't really know my potential. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to like bare minimum because they not knowing, you know, but.
Because the record just had dropped at the time, so they didn't know, it didn't catch like it was supposed to. Then, so what made you say Gotti was the one? Was it the potential? Was it the money? Was it?
I saw you say something where you said that the other labels sounded real, but Gotti felt real.
Yeah, like it felt right. Like they was like when they heard certain stuff, they'll just be like, deal breaker.
Yeah.
But like when I linked with Gotti, he already knew what was up. He was like, let me hear what else you got, because he said that on the phone. He was like, I want to hear what else you got, you know what I'm saying, besides F&F. So soon as I pulled up and we was on the yacht, I instantly hooked up to the aux, played all my unreleased music, and he was just, we was just on the yacht vibing to all my unreleased music I got. So he was like, he just felt right, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he believed in me, like he believed in my other music. Like a lot of labels were just looking at F&F and F&F only and seeing what they could do with it, but he was just looking into the future.
You think people still front on the Memphis sound? Like they still think it's regional? You think?
You mean like you think they sleep on it?
Yeah, like the labels, like being that they not from Memphis and they don't understand, you know, the great music that comes out of that region. You think they still like think it can't be national? Like it just sounds too Memphis?
Yeah, I do feel like that.
Really?
I
think Memphis got some of the hottest artists. I think Memphis runs the game.
I've been saying that for the past 2 years.
Yeah, Memphis is hot. Like Memphis y'all been running shit for like the last couple years.
Easily.
It's like like you said, we got our own sound. Don't nobody else sound like Memphis. Like, you know,
nobody
like I don't know about
like Memphis.
Yeah, like nobody
know
like,
already.
Yeah, nobody sound like New York. Don't nobody sound like Chicago. But that's how Memphis is. We just so turnt and crunk with it.
Who'd you bring on the yacht with you for the meeting?
My manager.
Okay, that was just the two of y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know you got all your friends and everything.
They don't know how to act.
That might have been a time. Like I got to see how you going to treat my friends too when I.
No, it was just like, you know, my friends be with me when I'm turning up, but when it's time for business, it's time for business.
Now we talked about you earlier this week. It was a topic that we had on the Breakfast Club. We were talking about you and your ratchet ass friends, as we call them. I'm just busting. But you were saying that you can't find love in the club. And we were saying that that's not necessarily true.
No, that's what they said. I agreed with you because I'm 44. My old ass ain't in no club. So if you tell me that there ain't nothing but hoes in the club, I got to listen to you, Glorilla. Okay?
We said you can find love in the club. So break that down. There's no love in the club?
I'm saying, it's a chance, but like, I was really speaking on me being from Memphis. Like, I really don't go to clubs like that. And when I did go to clubs, it was in Memphis, but I got dried out like on clubs. But it's like, when you go in the club, you see the same people, and they just in there standing around. What they doing? Looking for the hoes.
Okay.
Now, what was you doing?
Looking for the hoes.
Looking for the hoes.
Okay.
Them what I'm saying,
right.
like, what? Like, just be, like, serious right here. Like, a dude going to the club. What you doing in there?
Trying to drink.
Somebody's birthday.
Trying to get some
Yeah,
exactly.
Same thing with women. They going trying to get a drink.
But what
Trying
if it's his homeboy's birthday and his homeboy wanted to go to the club to celebrate?
Or he may be looking for a girl.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Exactly, looking for. Nah, you ain't looking for no girl in the club.
Where else he gonna go?
He looking for
he
a
ain't gonna
wife.
find one in church. He ain't going to church.
You can find a woman in church.
That's
you can
right.
find one anywhere, in a store,
Target,
on the internet,
Home Depot.
But it's like.
So you think the internet is better than the club? Because the internet, they be looking for hoes. Allegedly.
The internet sounds worse to me than the club because you could reach out to anybody from anywhere and hit up like 1,000 people at once.
I just feel like if you going to the club, you there to have a good time and go home and have a good time afterwards. Like, you there to get drunk. Why you want to get drunk for no reason?
I believe you. See, they speaking from the disco era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You think people went to the club for different reasons before than they do now?
You asking me that?
I'm asking them because, from before, I think it's the same thing. Like, people go to the club to have a good time and to meet people. Have you ever dated somebody you did meet in a club, though?
No.
Never.
I just feel like you can, what I'm saying, if you meet somebody in the club, you can have them, they could be your little but like going
your little what?
Yeah. Little
little yeah?
Yeah. but going into a relationship, that's just like, you finna get your feelings hurt. Like,
so where do you meet guys?
Where have you meeting them at?
The studio probably now, right?
Church?
I be talking to dudes.
You be going to church? Christian mingle?
So you don't talk to nobody?
I do what I do.
Who's your little yeah?
It don't sound right when you say that. It don't sound right when you
Who's
say
your
that.
little yeah,
Glorilla?
I just be doing what I do.
Because I want to know, where do you meet people then, in that case?
I mean, you just meet people, but
I'm talking about you.
Why you blushing? Why you blushing,
You definitely
Glorilla?
blushing right now.
Why you blushing?
You blushing.
y'all play so much.
Who is this person?
Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can just meet people.
Okay.
She being real vague.
All right, we got more with Glorilla. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Glorilla. Charlamagne?
Now, is quick based on a real experience?
Yeah. I done had a couple quick experience.
Damn.
Do you give it a second chance?
She said nope.
Do they know this song is about them?
Because they could just be excited
Well,
for
they
that
do.
one time. It happens.
Sometimes it just be what it be.
Why you blushing so much? You blushing a lot today.
So if you're little quick, what do you call them after that?
No.
Okay, so my little who I see a lot, it's understandable if they do it. Sometimes people can do it. Sometimes they have their bad days where they just, then sometimes it be the days where they go long and they be like, damn, where is it?
Yeah.
It's kind of not fair because girls can quick and it's okay.
So
Like,
What girl be quick?
it could happen. It could happen.
It's only one way that I feel like a female can quick and with a toy.
A toy?
You think that's the only way?
Yeah, like you can off I feel like girls don't get a off 6.
So you've never had an orgasm?
Off 6? No.
Off a
Off
sex.
What is 6?
Sex. 6. Shut up.
What about 7?
Six.
Oh my God! You know what, Glorilla? I need you to meet somebody because there's a woman we all know in this room who had a similar problem, and she could not from sex.
She's not in there.
I bet that woman in this room.
She's like, where that is?
We're talking about Envy's wife for 10 years.
My wife.
Oh, man.
I
For real?
Yeah, and then she finally, Envy finally used this thing like a toy.
I was 15, Glorilla. Me and my wife been together since 15, and I didn't know what I was doing. I used to watch porn, and in porn you go bang, 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 bang.
So what happened to make her do it?
One time,
you want to know his name?
I thought I was doing my thing. I hate him. One time I thought I was doing my thing. We got into an argument, and then she was like, "You ain't make me," and then we got into this. I cried. But what's funny about that? What's funny about that?
Oh my God, Glorilla, I really want you to have an orgasm during sex.
But we fixed that problem.
I have them a lot when I get hit, but not.
But I'm talking about during intercourse. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, we got to figure it out. Like how you do it.
I think the easiest way is probably if you're on top. Are you an on top type of woman?
A little bit. I be getting tired.
Okay. And then maybe.
Do you have these kind of conversations with the older women in your life? Okay, I'm just, you know.
And then maybe you need more foreplay. Are you into foreplay?
Angela, you having conversations with her that our aunties don't have with her. Why are you telling her about the birds and the bees?
I be watching you talk. Yeah. I be trying to see like how do you do that?
No, it is a big deal though for a lot of women, because until we learn like how to teach a guy how to do it. Are you vocal? Like, do you tell him this is what you need to do?
You're not vocal. You're not vocal.
I'm vocal.
You tell him what to do?
Yeah.
Oh.
She seemed like she.
Well, you got to get another.
But you know, I saw something where it said it's on the 11% chance or a female can have an orgasm off sex.
I think once you know how, you could do it all the time.
Yeah, but once you learn your woman's body, you know. Because I was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Only.
So it took you 10 years, right?
10 years. 10 years. I said 15.
I don't feel
bad.
really,
we don't have 10 years for you. We gotta get this.
How long it took you?
We need to. You know what? Once I was able to come from oral sex, then that really let me learn how I could come.
Here you go. This book's for you.
Okay,
my wife talks about it. Yeah, she talks about it.
Because it's good.
Glorilla says she ain't got time to wait no 10 years, man. She need another book. Can you give us something?
Yeah, I gotta read this.
That one ain't gonna do it.
Okay, then.
All right. Well, look, we just learned a lot already. But all right, so I want to ask you, what's your favorite song on the EP, guys? I'm gonna say mine was
For real?
Yeah, I like that song. But there's one line on there that always make me laugh.
Which one?
The one where you say you're fat and they be thinking this is. I'm like, I don't know.
That's your favorite line?
No, I didn't say it's my favorite, but it just makes me. I didn't say it's my favorite line. It's my favorite song on the EP, but that line always makes me laugh every time I hear it.
Cause I had like it be certain pictures I done posted and like it'll just go viral. I be on Facebook a lot, so they'll be sharing it talking about I got on some fake panties that got a fake coochie in there, or somebody be like is she a transgender, like cause no way a coochie that fat.
Has there ever been a man that's been disappointed it wasn't a
Shut up.
What do you mean? We just saw Jess Hilarious having this conversation with Don't Call Me White Girl, and Jess said that there was a guy who tried to fly her out, but when the guy found out she wasn't transgender, he didn't want to fly her out again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's just be people trying to be funny on Facebook or on the internet, but because some clothes I wear, I can't hide it, and they just be like, that's fake, that ain't real.
I guess that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Life's great.
Okay, Charlamagne.
What do you mean, okay, Charlamagne? What that got to do with me?
No, I wanted to ask, there was a when your record came out the last couple of weeks, there was a discrepancy about the record, how it came out and points and all that. Was that ever taken care of and all that's done and fixed and finished? And...
What record? FNL?
Mm-hmm.
Have you worked things out with Hit Kid, I think is what he's asking.
Everything. For sure.
That's your little yeah. Little yeah. Little yeah.
Little yeah. Now, you know what a little yeah means?
No.
Little yeah is a little yeah.
Okay.
He gonna start using that now.
I am.
Sound terrible.
That's a little yeah. Yeah.
So everything good with you and Hit Kid?
No, we from Memphis. We straight.
I don't know what that means. That's not like I need to mind my business.
She ain't gonna give you the tea.
Yeah.
Everything.
You said you never got paid from FNF though, right?
Everything still everything.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because it got you where you need to be.
Yeah, you hear me. You know what I'm saying? More hits.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you got another record that's about to be #1.
Tomorrow?
Cardi B.
Okay.
Yeah, that record's almost there. It'll be there this week, I'm sure.
Ooh, I love it. Manifestation, power in the tongue, #1. Let's go.
Do you feel like, with the way you've taken off so fast, like, is it going to be hard to sustain that?
Like, what you mean?
Like, FNF is a hit. Tomorrow about to be a hit.
Mm-hmm. It's a hit now.
It's a hit now, but do you feel like, you got to do that every single time?
I do kind of feel like that. So like sometimes I do be overthinking. Like in my writing process, I be like sometimes I hear a beat and I write a whole song. Then if I like before I go record, I rap it in my head. I be like, nah, this ain't no. And so I just scratch the whole thing and be like, let me hear another beat. So I be hard on myself a little bit.
Yeah, that's gonna make the process less fun though. Cause I mean, you got these records by just simply having fun and doing what you love.
But I always been like that though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll write a song and if I don't think it sound how I want it to sound, I ain't gonna record it.
Mm-hmm. I saw some people saying that they felt like this project didn't have like that Memphis sound that they used to from you. You think that's fair criticism?
I ain't know nobody said that, but that's crazy because, like I said, a lot of them songs I already made.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of them songs are songs I've been made before I blew up.
So that's probably just in people's head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You done popped off, so now they want to be quick to say you changed.
Yeah, like it's one of them songs. They were like, her teeth was too. I think they were blessed. They were like, her veneers, her teeth too big, and I made that song. I ain't even had my veneers in yet.
That's a great veneer job. I didn't know you had veneers. So you said it just now? No. Because usually new artists with veneers be big as yours look
Shout out
regular.
Dr. Curry.
Dr. who?
Dr. Curry from Memphis.
Okay.
All right, we got more with Glorilla. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Glorilla. Now, how did you hook up with Cardi B?
Okay, so like when I had first blew up, she was already congratulating me, sending me like motivational DMs and stuff. And so I was in the studio one day. I got this another song I had recorded, and I'm like, oh, I hear on her. So I'm like, let me DM Cardi, I can hear on her. So I'm DMing her. I'm like, I want you on this song. She was like, girl, I already did my verse to tomorrow. I'm like, what? I ain't know. Like, God and them tried to surprise me and do it. And so I ain't know nothing about it. And so I'm texting her. She telling me, she sending me the audio. I'm like, oh my God, she did so good. So they walk in the room. I said, so y'all want to go tell me about this Cardi B? They was like, how you find out?
So they tried to surprise you.
Yeah, they tried to surprise me with the feature and stuff. And so she had, by me DMing her, asking her to go on the other song, she had already ended up texting me and telling me that she had already did tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
They should have gave her a heads up that it was a surprise.
Uh-huh.
Don't say nothing. Now, do guys ever get mad about any of the lyrics? Like, say anybody you used to date. Have they ever?
Nobody I used to date I give a about. And I don't talk to them.
At all, period.
I don't cry.
So those lyrics are real.
Yeah, they probably be feeling a certain type of way because sometimes I say like I be on my ex a lot in my music, but I'm not just always talking about one, or I might just think of something in my head and say it about an ex, and they just be probably thinking I'm talking about them, and I don't be talking about them.
I mean, real exes you got?
I don't got them. I got like none.
No.
For real.
You just came up with that number?
Nobody tried to reach out to you?
None of your exes want that old thing back?
When I had first blew up, you know they were coming, but it's just like, no.
Why? So, okay, what makes somebody an ex? Like, what makes you break up with somebody or say this ain't it?
You know, niggas ain't shit. Like, they just be lying, they be cheating and shit. You know the normal breakup shit.
You go through phones?
I used to. I never in my life go through another phone. I don't give a
Why, you found what you was looking for, huh?
I ain't got time to be losing 20 pounds. Like, I'm already little. I ain't finna go through no phone.
Damn, but somebody had you stressed out that bad?
Oh, I lost my appetite real bad. Oh, my God. I said I don't give a what I think. That phone will be right here unlocking my face. I ain't picking it up.
What made you lose the appetite?
Was that your ex that was messing with your ex-friend?
Nah, that was the different.
Goodness gracious.
What makes you lose the appetite? You found out he was eating somebody else's so what happened?
Man, he just be like, you say the same shit to me that you saying to them, like, ugh. And he just throw my whole appetite off. Like, I'm the type of person, if I fuck with you and I'm talking to you, I really like you. And like, I don't know, my emotion be so strong. That's why it be so hard now, because like, if you play with me, it's like gonna do something to me. Like, I'm gonna lose my appetite for a long time. My whole everything gonna be off. I'm not gonna be on point. I'm not gonna be focused. So that's why I be like hard now.
So your staff gotta make sure you
Leo.
Okay.
So your staff gotta make sure the you with is good people, because they could the whole business.
Yeah, for real.
So they be on them harder than you then.
Well, you ain't got nobody to mess with now. You too busy focused on work.
Yeah,
you can't trust none of these guys now. You definitely can't trust them now.
But you said you hard now, though.
I am hard. I'm hard on them. She said,
Why you say like
No,
that?
because I just feel like at some point you're going to give somebody a chance, but when you're ready, because I do think it's a time for you to focus on your music.
Yeah, it's most definitely like, I ain't just saying all the way no to love. I most definitely feel like it's good love out there, but a lot of love, and especially coming from my generation, it just ain't what it's supposed to be.
And what's your thoughts on plastic surgery? They say you don't believe in plastic surgery. You won't go into plastic surgery. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. But like I said,
no, I like that because it shows kids and younger women that you just love your body and you don't have to do anything, to bigger lips or bigger this or bigger that.
I used to find it hilarious when you used to tweet out, "I'm thick and can't nobody tell me different."
I'm thick as and people that be, is this the camera? Can I show the camera? I gotta show the camera how thick I am. Y'all see that ass?
Charlamagne not looking. He turned all the way around.
The camera. I'm thick as and a lot of people don't know
Charlamagne
that.
and Envy both not
Because
looking.
we are faithful black males.
I gotta show the camera.
Black men don't cheat.
Nice
You know what I mean?
It's for the camera.
Plus, she a young girl. She's 22 years old. We look like 23. Yeah.
I had to show the camera. I'm showing y'all.
How long did it take for the wigs and everything to catch up with the stardom? Like the wigs and the clothes and all of that?
Like what you mean?
Like, because you blew up fast, but then you got to make sure everything on point. You know what I mean?
It took a long time. Because when I first started, I ain't really I was doing anything by myself, like finding hairstylists and anything. I used to get f***ed up a lot. Like, they used to f*** me up. I used to be so mad. Then it'd be time like they'll f*** me up, and I had about 10 minutes to get to the show. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm finna look a mess. Then I'll get posted, go viral because I be looking a mess. But now everything got better now.
Who put you on? Like, who said, nah, this is what you need to be doing? Call this person.
God in them head got somebody in the door for me. Could go.
I mean, it is expensive.
Yeah.
Let's be clear to have to handle that. But you look good.
Thank you. And I was getting a lot of free shit when I first started too. That's probably why I was getting a lot of free ups.
You get what you pay for sometimes.
You get what you don't pay for.
Yeah. Now I saw you and Little Duval had a little back. Well, you let him have it.
Yeah, I let him have it.
What happened?
Her name, Gloria Hallelujah.
That's a fire name. Your parents was into the church?
Yeah, my mama real holy. Like, she in church.
So what does she think about your music when she hears your music? Twerking on the headlights?
Because, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Today. That means she's scared, right? what does mama say about that?
She, you know what I'm saying? We from the hood still. Like, we went to church, but at the same time, we still in the hood, so.
And she probably grew up off Gangsta Boo and LeChat. You know what I mean?
Well, my mama older than them.
For real?
Yeah, my mama finna be 60. She the 59 or 60.
Okay.
She gonna get mad at me if she watch this interview and I don't know her age. But yeah, she ever since I've been knowing my mama and old enough, like, she been a godly woman. But my mama from South Memphis. My mama gangster. My mama don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
But she raised us in church. But like I said, we was still in the hood at the same time, still going to school with all the ratchet shit. So
how many siblings you have?
I got 9.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in the choir.
You was in the choir?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So you got 9 siblings? Yeeks.
It's 6 boys and 4 girls.
So y'all must have been having some fun growing up. A lot of fighting though.
Yeah, we used to get to fighting a whole lot.
Nobody ever with y'all family. That many people.
Nah.
10 of us.
10 of y'all? Jesus.
What you used to sing in the choir?
I used to sing Amazing Grace. I used to sing this song called Encourage Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
Mm-mm.
You know that sometimes you have to encourage yourself.
I ain't never heard it.
Why was he pretending to sing?
You singing with it?
Because he was a singer to start with, right? Originally, you were really a singer.
Yeah, I used to be singing in the church. Like, I had a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I had got in high school, we weren't going to church like that. When I got in high school, then when I got in high school, I had started smoking weed.
And forget the singing. You think you would do like songs just singing now though?
Yeah, like I want to, you know what I'm saying, get a vocal coach and do some singing because like I can write some good singing songs, but I just can't sing them. And I don't got time to be asking everybody for features.
No, that's a good idea. I think you should do that.
Yeah, well, definitely. I'm working.
Glory Hallelujah is way more fire than Glorilla. As a rap name? That would be hard. Glory, hallelujah.
It'll be a good gospel name.
No, any name, period. You still a child of God.
Glory, hallelujah.
Yes.
And how I rap?
Huh?
And how I rap?
Yes. Why not?
That's who you are. Them problems.
It's still who you are, regardless.
I ain't gonna play with you.
We like Glorilla.
God know your heart.
He know my heart.
Mm-hmm.
What's the craziest person that's reached out that you like? Damn, I can't believe this person.
It was Shaq. When I first blew up, when I was first blowing up, it was like the second day. Shaq text, but he DM'd me. He was like, I with the new single. I was like, Shaq, you listen to me? Like I used to watch him. Like I was a Lakers fan back when him and Kobe used to play together.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, damn, what the Shaq? I love Shaq. So they were crazy.
You definitely can get a bag out of him.
Shut up, man.
Big trick.
Shut up.
Salute to Shaq.
Shout out to Shaq, man. Let's get into it, Joy. What you want to hear off the album? What you want to hear off the EP?
Get that money.
Get that money.
Yeah.
Good segue.
What a segue, right?
Good segue, Big Glow.
Shaq, Charlamagne said, you get that bag, get that money, baby. Let's go.
Well, let's get into the record. We appreciate you for joining us. The EP is out.
Continued success, Big Glow.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, it's Glorilla.
Hey.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. DJ, Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Doja Cat.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Doja Cat is on the cover of the latest issue of Days magazine, and one thing that she talked about was shaving her head and her eyebrows. She did that initially for fun, but she said she's never felt more beautiful since she's done that. And so she said she feels like people looked at her like she has to be out of her mind. She has to be cuckoo. She said also, I have a really bad impulse control. I like to react to things really quick. If I'm in the right mood or the wrong mood, I will snap back and I'll have fun doing it. She said, I've never felt more beautiful in my entire life, which is very strange. And she said initially she did look like a wrinkly penis. She said, I looked like I had an exposed brain. I felt beautiful when I had long hair. I definitely felt like a hot girl then, but I always do. There's just something so exhilarating about change. It showed me a different side of myself. I feel so new, fresh, and sexy. I also feel better without makeup. Having this bare head and so little makeup is a fun experience. It's new and I love it.
I have a penis, but what does a wrinkled penis look like? As opposed to an ironed one.
I guess when you shave your head, if you're not used to like the wrinkles in your head and...
But who said the penis looked like that?
I'm sure different penises look different, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
You never seen a different penis?
Actually, I haven't. I mean, on TV,
Yeah.
pornos and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So you've seen one before?
Yeah,
I've never seen a
you
wrinkled
have.
one. Have you seen a wrinkled one before?
I have not.
Exactly. I know what a wrinkled penis is. As opposed to an ironed one. Like
Maybe she meant shriveled up.
I don't know.
Penises have like veins and
Maybe she meant
wrinkles
flaccid.
and stuff, you know.
That's what she meant. She meant flaccid. That's
or
what she
maybe
meant.
uncircumcised.
All right.
All right. Now, The Rock said that he buys every Snickers at Hawaii 7-Elevens to right this wrong. He used to steal these candies when he was 14 years old. So he had a clerk ring up all of the store Snickers, and he told them to give the Snickers to any customers who looked like they were going to steal one. How does somebody look like they're going to steal a Snickers?
That's crazy.
That's profiling
That's
like a mother.
profiling. I was thinking the same thing.
You look hungry.
This is from The Rock. You look like you're about to steal a Snickers. So we're just going to give you one. Now, he said he realized that it might seem silly to some, but he said every time he's returned to Hawaii and gone by the 7-Eleven, he always knew that he needed to go in and clean out every Snickers bar that they had the right way.
Snickers are decent. Not worth stealing, though. I was thinking about this last night. The greatest candy of all time is by far peanut M&Ms.
No.
I put include bombs with peanut M&Ms.
I don't like peanut
Why do you say that?
What's better than peanut M&Ms?
I like regular M&Ms. I don't like nuts.
Oh,
in my
you
M&Ms.
you definitely light skin. You like boneless M&Ms? You a whole something's wrong.
I
with
like
you, bro.
Nestle Crunch. I don't like Butterfingers.
You like boneless M&Ms?
Yes, M&M, regular M&Ms.
Nobody eats no boneless M&Ms.
I like nuts.
I
in
like
my
regular
M&Ms.
M&Ms and trail mix, but peanut M&Ms is absolutely positively the greatest candy of all
I don't
time.
like the nuts in the M&M. You like nuts in the M&M.
I
like
love
regular M&M.
I love the nuts in the M&Ms. Okay, the peanut M&Ms are the greatest
No, they're
candy
not.
of all time.
No, they're not.
Not even close.
No.
All right, now Deshaun Watson, who served an 11-game suspension to start the NFL season, is returning to the field, and that'll be against his former team, the Houston Texans. According to TMZ, though, 10 of his accusers, there's 25 women who have accused him of sexually assaulting them, including their attorney, Tony Busby, will attend Sunday's game, and every one of them will be sitting in a suite at NRG Stadium, and it's meant to send a message. According to Tony Busby, he said, "You think you put us behind you, but we are still here." Furthermore, all of his accusers were invited to the game. However, many decided not to attend. Either way, that message is being sent by the attorney and by a substantial number of alleged victims.
Only problem with that is, in an NBA game, the players can actually see the people sitting courtside.
Mm-hmm.
In the NFL, the people you can't see who's in them stands.
Well, I
So
guess
it doesn't affect them. You know what I mean? Like you don't see who's in the stands. Like
maybe people who are attending the game will see, and they
Not if they're in
can
the
make a
suite.
statement that way.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, but that's just the statement that they're choosing to make.
Okay.
All right. And on Netflix, have you guys seen Wednesday?
Oh, my daughter's watching that. My oldest daughter's watching that. That's about the girl from the Addams Family, right?
Well, this series has soared to the top of the TV charts. It's the most hours viewed in a week for any English language TV series on Netflix. So that beats Stranger Things 4, which previously held the title. And the current all-time record holder is Squid Game, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But Wednesday is in the top 10 in all 93 countries that Netflix tracks, and it's number 1 in 83 of those countries.
My daughter, my 14-year-old, was definitely looking forward to it. It actually premiered last Wednesday.
Really?
And the reason I know that, because I'm like, what are you doing? And she was like, I'm watching Wednesday. And I said, oh, you're watching Wednesday on a Wednesday?
No, my daughter's not.
And then she
into that.
broke down. I was like, well, what is Wednesday? And she was like, oh, it's about the daughter from the Addams Family. And I was like, oh, wow. And I like stuff like that, though, because, I'm born in the 1900s. So, I know the Addams Family. So I can have these conversations, with my daughter. Like, so is Uncle Fester on there? And is it on there? And she's like, yeah, Uncle Fester was on the first episode. And it is at the school with Wednesday. And I'm like, oh, okay.
No, my daughter's not into that.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right. Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Man, 4 after the hour, we just got to talk about why Florida different, bro. Florida's a different place, okay? Let's just know that we're going to talk murder, cannibalism, and that's enough. We'll talk about it 4 after the hour.
All right. We'll get to that next pass after Charlamagne.
Those are decent candy, too, milk chocolate almonds. I actually like dark chocolate almonds more than milk chocolate almonds, but nothing defeats peanut M&Ms, bro. Peanut M&Ms is the ultimate candy.
I like turtles.
I have to disagree. I don't like the nuts in my M&Ms.
You like boneless M&Ms.
Yes, regular M&Ms are good money.
To each his own, but peanut M&Ms, we should do a poll. Peanut M&Ms is the
What about it? Have you all had the new M&M flavors? They got the pretzel ones.
No.
They got the peanut butter ones.
No, we don't do all that. See, we don't do all that.
And Nestle Crunch Bar is good money. Now they got the white chocolate one. I love it.
Nestle. Ugh. Nestle. You know why I don't like Nestle Crunch? Because it look like the razor bumps that people get on their chin or on the back of their head.
I never thought about that. That never came to mind when I ate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, anyway. Donkey Today's up next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
In Pitch Perfect, Bumper in Berlin, Adam Devine's Bumper Allen moves to Germany in pursuit of stardom. With new friends, new rivals, and new music, Pitch Perfect, Bumper in Berlin hits all the right notes. Stream the original series now, only on Peacock.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Well, Duval, Donkey of the day for Wednesday, November 30th goes to Judge Sherwood Bauer and Martin County prosecutors in Florida because they are allowing a flesh-eating double murderer from Florida the opportunity to potentially be back on these streets without ever going to trial. What does your Uncle Charla always say about the great state of Florida? Okay, the craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and I'm telling you, it's not just the people, it's the institutions, because in Florida, crazy recognizes crazy, and they clearly have empathy for crazy and a high tolerance for crazy, and this story proves it. See, Austin Hurriff is 25 years old. He used to be a Florida State University fraternity member, and he was deemed not guilty by reason of insanity this past Monday after randomly killing a husband and a wife with a machete in 2016. R.I.P. to John Stevens and his wife Michelle Mission. Not only did Austin Hurriff kill John and Michelle with a machete, deputies said they found Austin kneeling over John's face and eating it. literally just snacking on his face, okay? The deputies actually noted that he was spitting out pieces of flesh before being taken into custody. Now, you would think a human like this would get sentenced to infinity and beyond. But keep in mind what state we are in, and that state is Florida, okay? As my good friend Kiki Perry always tells me, dropping the clues bombs for Kiki Perry. Kiki always tells me the state's shaped like a gun, all right? So he didn't get, a sentence of limitless prison time. No, after 6 years of delays, instead of the case going to trial, this happens. Let's go to WPTV for the report, please.
I hate you. I hate you with every part of my being.
During the summer of 2016, Ivy Stevens lost her dad and stepmom. Jody Bruce lost her sister.
Your family deserves to suffer the way my family suffers.
In what could be their final chance to speak directly to Austin Harif and his family, loved ones of Michelle Mishkan and John Stevens didn't hold back blame, including to Harif's father.
You both said your son acted strangely for weeks leading up to the murders, and you even set up an appointment for him to be evaluated. You should have done your job better. You should not be purchasing him knives.
And read off threads of text messages where Austin Harif described abusing alcohol and drugs, saying they don't think he was insane at all, but that the brutal killings were from his drug abuse.
You said, quote, "The drugs made me vulnerable to evil."
After 6 years, a judge handed down a not guilty by reason of insanity verdict following an agreement between the state and defense to let the judge make the decision based on available evidence.
A double murderer who decided to make an extra value meal out of his victims is getting sent to a mental hospital rather than a jail cell. There's a lot of different cases I can point to where I feel a mental, hospital is a better alternative than prison. But this isn't one of those cases. Okay, this man, Austin Harif, should have to deal with the consequences of his actions, all right? Go to trial, get a prison sentence, and then while he's in prison, doing his time, we can get him proper mental health treatment. But to brutally kill 2 people, attempt to kill another, and not even get a trial? Now let the record show there's a long list of text messages that Austin wrote in the months and days leading up to the murders. I mean, the dude kept a diary damn near where he cataloged his almost daily drug use and frequent blackouts. He told friends that he drank heavily and indulged in cocaine, prescription pills, mushrooms, meth, codeine, Adderall, and heroin. This man really does drugs. Drugs. Plural. Okay, a lot of times we say people are on drugs when they really just be on a drug, like one thing at a time. This guy was really on drugs. Okay, but get this. In the days before the crime, Austin wrote to a friend his desire for fame. He wrote, and I quote, "Why the F just not do what you want? Just do the craziest you can. I just want to be great before I die." I'm telling you, y'all, we live in a dangerous time. Okay, I was born in 1978, so my idea of fame and celebrity and being great differs from this generation's idea of fame and celebrity and being great. Okay, trending on Twitter is what these people think makes them famous. It's what they feel makes them great. Okay, going viral for anything is what people, think makes them famous. This dude just said, just do the craziest you can. I just want to be great before I die. There's absolutely nothing great about what you did, sir. Okay, great is building something or providing a service that helps people, that entertains people, that makes people feel good. There is nothing great about murder. Okay, and another reason he shouldn't be sent to a mental health hospital over prison is he wrote, "I thought I was crazy, but I'm really not. I just know that for me personally, the drugs are taking a toll on me and I can't handle it. All I hear is a man who made poor choices and he should not be exempt from the consequences of those poor choices." Okay, I have no idea why the state attorney's office is choosing not to pursue this case further. The judge, who I told y'all who's getting donkey today, his name is Judge Sherwood Bauer, was trying to make sense of it, and I don't get it. Sounds like a bunch of legal nonsense. He rejected the argument that Austin's high-priced lawyers tipped the legal scales, which means his high-priced lawyers probably did tip the legal scales. You know what? Let's discuss. It's time to play a game of Guess What Race It Is!
All right, let's go.
I don't know why I'm beating around the bush here. Austin Harif, 25 years old, so he was 19 when this happened. Former Florida State University student and frat member, had high-priced lawyers, killed 2 people, tried to kill another. When deputies arrived, he was actually eating one of the people's faces, went to court Monday, and his case isn't even going to trial. He's going straight to a mental hospital because he pled insanity as part of a plea. Guess what race he is? DJ Envy, would you like to start? What'd you say?
White.
Okay.
WHITE. E.
Okay, I know how to spell white. Okay. Angela Yee, Austin Harrell, 25 years old, so he was 19 when this happened. Former Florida State University student and frat member, had high-priced lawyers, killed 2 people, tried to kill another. When deputies arrived, he was actually eating one of the people's faces. Went to court Monday, and his case isn't even going to trial. He's going straight to a mental hospital as part of a plea. Guess what race he is?
White.
Is there any reason for y'all answers? Y'all just...
The cannibalism part, and then also the fact that he's not in jail.
Well, no, he's in jail. He's
no trial.
They're
no
not
trial.
pursuing further
Trial.
charges. He's in a mental institution.
You know, both of you are correct, which lets us know why this is happening. All right, please give Judge Sherwood Barr and prosecutors in Martin County the biggest hee-haw. We know why this is happening.
Yes.
Come on, man.
All right, well, thank you for that donkey of the day.
White privilege is real. Okay.
Now, when we come back, we have the Last Wealth Wednesday.
Oh, my Last Wealth Wednesday on The Breakfast Club.
So I'm sure you're taking that way up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, because I've actually been doing Wealth Wednesday for almost 6 years now. And so it's not going anywhere. We have a whole Facebook group and everything. But today we're going to have Rachel Rogers on. She's a business coach. She's a published author. She used to work with Hillary Clinton, and she has her Hello 7 company and podcast. And so, yes, Hello 7. So we'll be talking to Rachel Rogers about how she went from making $41,000 a year to having a company worth $15 million.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Hour 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
What's up? It is The Breakfast Club. This is Angela Yee's Last Wealth Wednesday, so we wanted to make sure we go out with a bang and have a special one. But don't worry, because there'll be more on Way Up with Angela Yee. But I'm here with my partner, Stacey Tisdale.
Hi, everybody. We're very excited about this.
And Rachel Rogers.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I got a present, too. We Should All Be Millionaires. This is her amazing book. It's a woman's guide to earning more, building wealth, and gaining economic power. And Nicole Barham.
Yes. Great to be here.
All right. So, you guys, let's, get started on what this whole journey is that you were on, because I think you went to law school, right,
Yes.
Rachel?
Yes.
All right. And then a lot of people, and we hear this from people, they graduate from law school, they graduate from college, they graduate from whatever higher degree they decided to earn, and it's hard to get the money that you anticipated getting.
Exactly. I actually heard a study recently that said 60% of Black wealth is tied up in student loans. But yes, I went to law school and I graduated during the 2008 recession. So there was not a lot of jobs. So I was like, great, perfect timing. And so I was like, either I take one of these jobs that I don't really want, or I could start my own practice. I have skills. I know how to practice law. I've been trained. And so let me just go do that. My mother hated the idea. She was like, please go get a 6-figure job that I thought you were going to go get,
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm already used to being broke, right? I was a broke student. Like, why don't I do it now instead of waiting until I have a big salary and a more expensive lifestyle? So I just went for it, even though everybody around me was like, you're bugging. And I started my own law practice and grew that significantly over 6 or 7 years. So made a lot of money doing that. And then people started coming to me, my own clients, because I mostly served women entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. So many people were quitting their jobs because, it was a recession as well. And so they used their severance packages to start their own businesses. So all of those folks, they were just people that I knew became my clients.
And working with all those people, Rachel, I know give you a really unique bird's eye view. Oh, this is what works in a business. This is what doesn't work in a business. And it was that.
Yes.
Which actually was your aha. Oh, I can make money telling people what works and what doesn't work.
Exactly. So I got to see the real, like what actually grows a business, who's actually doing well and who's not, because people don't lie to their lawyer. You got to tell your lawyer the truth.
No, some people do.
Some people do, but they shouldn't.
Don't lie to your lawyer. Don't lie to your doctor.
Exactly.
Don't lie to your accountant.
Exactly. You don't lie to those three. I agree 100%. And so I got to really see what grows a business, and also had my own experience growing my practice because I started building a team, hiring other lawyers. And I just found that I was really good at sales and marketing, getting clients in the door. Mm-hmm. And so I just grew that over time. And my clients would say, how are you getting so many clients? How are you growing this business so quickly? And so I started telling them for free. And one of my mentors was like, no, you actually need to pay for that business advice.
Now, Nicole, let's talk about what it is that you do, because we're talking about people you don't lie to. And when it comes to your bookkeeping and everything, you have to be very honest about that too.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so I created 5-Minute Bookkeeper based on Rachel's coaching. And it has been, helping women entrepreneurs to manage their finances so that they know exactly what's coming in, what's going out.
Yes.
And also, when it's tax time, they're not scrambling to get it all together to take to their account.
And feeling empowered around your numbers is so important, because we think that men know money better than us, but there are actually studies that show that women are better with money than men are, right? Mm-hmm. And so we need to have more confidence around our money and our financial decisions. So I love that you empower women.
And it goes back to what Angela was saying, time is money. Most entrepreneurs spend an average of like 4 hours a week on their books and on their numbers.
Exactly.
And they still don't.
Right. I'd rather be doing what I do well,
making money,
getting paid for that, and let somebody else do that who that's what they do. Right.
Absolutely. And I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs, especially the ones that I work with, they are not paying attention to the finances the way that they really should. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to change that because there were just so many overwhelming platforms.
Yes.
And, I try to use one or two. I won't say any names.
I feel like I know, because some of them are really popular.
Yes, they are.
And it was just not working for me because they were created for professionals, not for an entrepreneur to just quickly see what's happening with their money.
Yes.
Right? And so I wanted to create a simple solution to that, right? And, met Rachel, got into the club, got the idea. And so, wanted to really make it easy and simple. And the byproduct of that is having empowered entrepreneurs who have literally transformed their businesses and their lives.
Mm-hmm. I was just talking to Pinky Cole. She owns Slutty Vegan.
Yes, she's gonna she's speaking at my event that I'm doing in Puerto Rico in January.
Yeah, she's a great example of somebody who will talk to you about how she started her business, and financially she didn't have like the knowledge to be able to know how to keep her own books, and she was making a lot of money, but she was not paying the sales tax. Like, there was just certain things that you're running a business, you're being creative, you're being an entrepreneur, but there's so many things that can end up not being a priority.
You don't know what you don't know.
You don't know.
Yes.
Until
you get hit with, like, you have your first good year and then you get hit with an enormous tax bill and you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't plan for that. There's so many places where you're just not ready and not prepared. I think that's why coaching is so valuable, right? Like, why don't we hire people who know what to do, right? Like, show me the way, make it easier, make it faster for me. And that's something that I did along the way. I hired coaches too to help me so that I didn't have to make all the mistakes myself, right? Like, I made 12 years worth of business mistakes, so other people can learn from them. And like, that's a perfect example. Nicole is a client of mine who has reached $500,000 in revenue way faster than I did when I was growing my business, right? And that's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Does she keep your books too now? Not yet.
She's on. Listen, by the end of this trip, she probably will be.
Coaching is the thing. These coaches, they're creating millionaires.
Yes.
Nicole, you were telling me it was, you were making like $2,500 a month. Right, you started working. Rachel
for the whole year, for the
year. Rachel brought you this like $60,000 a month within 6 months. You quit your day job, but it's the things that you're telling people that it's like, hire somebody when you don't want to.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Invest in yourself when you don't feel like it. And it's the mindset shift is really what's so critical.
You leading into the fear, right? And the uncertainty of it all. And it's also sometimes inconvenient as well. It's like, you have to be willing to make those investments. I think so many of us can't see ourselves paying for a coach or paying to go to a business retreat to learn. It's like, well, I just don't do things like that. Well, start doing things like that. Yeah. Like, if you want to become a millionaire, you got to start making these kinds of decisions.
All right, we got more with Rachel Rogers, Stacey Tisdale, and Nicole Barham. So don't move. It's the Last Wealth Wednesdays. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Rachel Rogers, Stacey Tisdale, and Nicole Barham. It's Wealth Wednesday. Yee?
Now, what about investing in your business, right? We hear a lot of stories of people who put their all into their business. And I feel like I hear a lot of stories about people going broke, just starting their businesses, knowing when to walk away from a 9-to-5, to dip into their savings. Sometimes you're borrowing against your retirement and all of those things. And so what are your thoughts about people saying, I have an idea, I'm going to go with my gut and put everything into this?
Yes. Okay. So I love the idea. I think going with your gut, right? Like instincts is a point of data. It's a valuable point of data that we should use to make decisions. Now validate that with other outside data, right? Third-party data to say, okay, is there a market for this business that I want to start, right? What information do I have out there, right? Like some people say, well, my gut says this, even though everything else is saying that maybe this won't work. We go with it anyway, right? And so I think instincts are important, but we also need to validate our instincts with other data and make sure that we have a plan, right? Because I've had friends or heard of people who are like, well, this is my dream, so I'm just going to quit my business and start it. And I'm like, no. Like, can we be a little bit more strategic about this?
Right? My story. That's what I did.
Yes.
I had my business on the side while I was working a full-time job.
Yes, that's how you do it.
A full day, driving 3-hour round trip to Miami, coming home, working with clients in the evening.
So
right?
that's a 13-hour day.
Yeah, but that's what I had to do because I wanted to really stop doing the 9 to 5.
And it's a temporary thing for me to do these 13-hour days so that I can get to the point,
where I can
3-hour days.
And I think we think like, how is my gut going to tell me how to build? Like, for example, I have a business that will probably do about 15 million this year. How is my gut going to tell me how to get to 100 million? My gut don't know.
It doesn't know yet. It got you to
she
where
don't
you
know
are.
yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to hire coaches and get advice and read up and learn. It's
And
like
be willing to do that.
like you don't have the knowledge yet to be able to do that, right? So like let it point you in the right direction, but validate it with advisors. Learn from their mistakes, right? Like so it took me probably 4 years to get to 500,000 in my law practice. Nicole got there in what, a year and a half?
Years,
yeah, 2.5 years to get to 500,000. So much faster, right? Why? Because she's learning from my mistakes. And this is very important for our community. It's not just about us. Like, yes, I want to make money. Yes, I like nice things, right? And I also want to give back to my community. But it's about like, what does that mean, right? My neighbors who see me, right? They believe it's possible. Somebody listening to this episode, right? They're like, oh, you have a $15 million business and you're a Black woman? I can have that, right? Like they need to see us doing it. So it's not just for us, it's for our greater community.
But what do you tell people? Because you are correct. You're both, you're living examples. Some people will be like, yeah, she's saying that, but I'm barely getting my bills paid. I have to do everything myself in my business and I have to. And I was there. I'm an entrepreneur. You have those ups and downs. And when I just said, to heck with it, and I went and I brought on someone for marketing and I figured out a model. Okay, so I don't have the cash to pay you what your salary is, but I can write you into what I ask. Just being creative about it. But some people hear you, but they don't think it's applicable to them because they simply don't think they have the money to do that.
Yes. I honestly think one of the biggest mistakes that we make is we're always trying to figure out how, right? We don't even know what yet, but we're trying to figure out how, right? Like we know we have this dream, we have this desire, and we say, well, that's not possible the moment we have that vision or that dream. Like we have this dream, but we're like, oh, I don't have the money, so it's not possible. I don't have the money, but let me brainstorm 10 ways that I could still bring in some help. Could I do a trade, right? Could I write them into a contract? Could I hire them for 2 hours a week if I stop doing, I'm going to cancel this other thing that I have and use the money for that, right? Like get creative, right? Use your ideas. I think people are just very like, oh, it's not possible for me. And they just shut it. You don't want it then.
But when you think about the times that we're in too, to make sure that coaching is accessible for people.
Yes.
So I know you kind of changed your motto for that too.
Exactly. Yes. We have a community and then we also do a challenge. And these are all things that make it easy for people to have an entry point in. Because I'm here, like in the challenge, literally by the end of the 5-day challenge, people are making thousands of dollars. It's bananas. I mean, literally everybody's crying by the end of my whole team is crying because they're just like, we're changing people's lives. Like I love my job. Yeah. And it's so great, right? To watch the transformation. Like somebody comes in not believing in themselves, being fearful, and they're just like, I'm gonna spend $97 and see what happens. And they just show up and being surrounded with community, getting the advice, and I make them take action every day. So every day you got to make a money move. And by the end of the week, people are making money and starting to see the results of just in a couple of days. And so like in that you make some money, right? And then you can join the community, right? Which is our membership community. And that's not so expensive, right? That's something that you can get into and most people can afford it. And then from there are other ways that you can work with us as your business continues to grow. But you have to just figure out a business model that makes sense. But even for a community, we're still premium, right? Like there are communities that are $19 a month. We charge $295 a month, right? So we're not the cheapest, but you do get results.
But
right?
For us, we're so honored for our last last Wealth Wednesdays with the Breakfast Club. Wealth Wednesdays will move on to wonderful things as well. You did a special challenge for us. Tell us all about that.
So it's called the Make Money Moves Challenge. It's a 5-day challenge where when you join, you come in and you're going to make a money move every day. You get coached by me every day. And I teach you like where you're leaving money on the table. I teach you about pricing. I teach you how to sell. I teach you how to make $1 million offer, right? So like Nicole had a one-on-one offer that she was doing, right? And so that was the thing she was doing after work, making a little bit of money, taking up a lot of time. And I taught her how to do it in a more scalable way. And now she's making a lot more money. And how many hours you work a day?
2 to 4 hours a day. You know, we talked about those 13 hours that I used to work, right? And I really wanted to take my son. My son, Brandon, is 10 years old. He's on the autism spectrum. And I wanted to drop him to school. I wanted to pick him up, take him home, so he could have his therapies at a regular time during the day, right? And I could not do that working those long hours. And I really said before and you have to have a why.
Yes.
Angela. Like if you don't have this big why that you have in the forefront of your mind, you will give up.
Yes.
This ain't easy. Right. So I wanted to drop him to school, pick him up. And so I'm like, okay, I want to, schedule my day this way.
Yes.
And this is exactly what I'm doing. I get to work out in the morning. I get to chill.
You are having a life. I love it.
I'm making,
I'm making like 30, at least between 20 and 30,000 a month. In 2.5 years, 500K cash. Like I'm like, I would have had to work like 8 years at my day job.
So how can people sign up for the challenge?
Yes. So you go to makemoneymoves.co. Put in your email, put in your cell phone too, so we can text you reminders and get up in this challenge because it's going to change your life.
All right, so this runs December 5th through December 9th.
Yes. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because I wanted to accommodate working people. So it's in the evenings. Everything is recorded. So even if you can't be there live, you can listen to the recordings, show up every day and do the work. And listen, it's going to be real talk. And we have a special offer for the Breakfast Club too. So you actually get $100 off. So I'm actually making this challenge free for general admission. So general admission is usually $97, but you're going to get it for free. And just use the Breakfast Club code, which is BC100.
Okay.
When you check out, and you can get it for free. If you do the VIP, it's $295 normally, but you could get $100 off. That's $195. And the VIPs get an extra hour of coaching with me every day.
And Nicole, before you double your price again, how can people...
So, is there a Wealth Wednesdays discount?
Yes, I'm going to tell you right now. So you can go to 5minutebookkeeper.com and your discount code for the Breakfast Club is BFASTClub. And you will get $1,000 off the yearly subscription.
Wow, that's very generous.
This is awesome for our last Wealth Wednesdays here.
Yes.
And all of their resources you can also find in our Wealth Wednesdays for Entrepreneurs Facebook group.
All right. Well, this was a great last Wealth Wednesday on the Breakfast Club. But the platform continues, right, Stacey?
It continues, and it started about 5 years ago, and we used to do this for free.
Yes.
Wealth Wednesdays. We just got so passionate about giving people financial knowledge from Angela's Juice Bar.
Yes.
And just by us staying focused on our mission, it's just grown around us. And the Breakfast Club has been a tremendous part of that journey. And I'm always grateful for that. And now Wealth Wednesdays going way up.
Yes.
Is going to take you all to the next level.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. You're from Queens, right?
Queens, New York.
All right.
Cool.
See?
Queens get the money.
With Envy here, we feel like, I don't know if Queens has any really intelligent people. But I'm kidding. But here's proof.
Yes, here's evidence.
All right. Well, it's the Breakfast Club, Wealth Wednesday.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Quentin Miller.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, Quentin Miller is upset about this title of being a ghostwriter. He said he is not a ghostwriter anymore. And part of the reason that he's upset is that people are trying to say that he ghost wrote for Nas. Now, saying that you worked with Nas doesn't necessarily mean that you were his ghostwriter, but people are alluding to that. For some reason, people are online saying that just because he said he did work with him. He said Hit Boy called him to the studio. And just because you're in the studio with someone doesn't mean you're writing for them. So here's what he had to say.
Quentin Miller is not a ghostwriter. And I want all the artists out. I don't give a f if I never work with another artist again. I don't care. I do not care because I hate the f***ing business. I am not a ghostwriter. If you work with Quentin Miller, you worked with Quentin Miller. And you better be okay with saying that you work with Quentin Miller. Now, when it comes to the Nas situation, I pulled up on Hit Boy. That was a situation with Hit Boy. I'm in the room. I bounce some ideas out. There we go. Clear it up. I just bounced some ideas. Couple ideas went. That's it. That's all that happened with the Nas. But I am not a fucking ghost. I am not a ghost. I'm sick of this.
Jesus.
Nas not no ghost neither. Nas is a spirit, and Nas is a spirit that, in his pen, has been prolific for almost 30 years. So trust me, we're not thinking about anybody ghostwriting for Nas.
Yeah, but I think he just because he had talked about working, and he got a credit, on the song "The Pressure." He got a credit on that song. And so that's where all this came from.
Yeah, I don't think anybody thought he wrote Nas's lyrics.
Well, people were saying it online. They were saying that he's not. Yeah, that's why he's upset. He's letting people know that's not true. It didn't come from him.
No.
But it just came from the fact that he, I guess in an interview, had said he worked with Nas and then he got a credit on that song, The Pressure. And so he just wanted to clear up the fact because everything that happened with Drake before, or you have an idea. And you come in and you're like, yo, this would be dope. And somebody, it's nice, will give you credit for that, but that's not meaning that you wrote for someone.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all questioning Nas's pen online, then y'all don't know Nasir Jones.
No, not at all.
All right, now Serena Williams was on the Business of Feelings podcast, and she talked about her intense personality. She said that also is what helped her become one of the greatest professional athletes, but it's also anxiety. Here's what she said.
I'm a high-strung individual, and what I do, you can see me, when I'm in my job and I'm playing tennis, I'm like, I'm really super intense, but that's my passion and that's kind of how I wear it, even with VC and everything that I do. So I do have a tendency to become anxious, but I really learned over the past that, first of all, for me, prayer works a lot, just really realizing the bigger picture. And it really has helped with my anxiety. And I'm just like, you know what? At the end of the day, in 10 years, in 5 years, in 3 months, is this going to be super important? And then I kind of work backwards from there.
All right. I like that approach. Mm-hmm. In the bigger picture, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, even tomorrow, is this going to matter as much? So I agree with that.
Oh, I love it. Set boundaries, find peace. That's why I recommend that book by Nader Tawwab to everybody, Set Boundaries, Find Peace. Because you got to disconnect. You got to come first before everything and everybody because we cannot pour from empty cups.
Now, iHeartMedia is launching a history of Curb Your Enthusiasm with Susie Essman and Jeff Garlin in January. So it's going to feature them joined by cast, crew, and fans to break down every episode. Y'all know I love Curb Your Enthusiasm, so this should be an interesting one to watch. And, iHeart also does the Ron Burgundy podcast and things like that.
They got a Scrubs one that's really good too. I love those type of podcasts. I love those type of podcasts that break down your favorite shows,
The
your
Office
favorite
had
movies.
one that was really good too.
I never heard the Office one.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
And I love to hear from people who actually participated in the show, who were either acting on it or was the showrunner or the writer. I love that.
All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Shee, for that rumor report. The People's Choice Mix is up next. Let's go.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Looking to turn a small bet into a big payday? With DraftKings Sportsbook same-game parlays, you can pocket more cash when you combine multiple bets from one game. Download the app, sign up with code ENVY, and get a special offer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got Adam on the line from Ohio. Adam, what up?
Hey, how's it going?
How you feeling?
Pretty good.
All right. Now, you emailed us and said that your wife, she's working towards her master's degree, and you need a little bread to help her out.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we got $1,000 for you, brother.
One rack, baby.
Racks on rack on rack.
No, it's just a rack.
Okay.
Just one rack.
Yeah, a rack on.
A rack or nothing.
That's right.
Well, congratulations, bro. And if you want to register where you can pick up some of that $1,000, some of that money to help you out for the holidays, we got you. And we got to say special thanks to our friends at U.S. Bank. All right, we'll get there together. Congrats again, Adam. What's your wife's name? Shout her out.
Mercedes.
Okay. My sister's name is Mercedes. Is she tall?
No, she's not.
Is she black?
Nope.
Okay, that's not my Mercedes then. All right, bro. You have a good one.
All right, thank you much.
All right, man. All right, now keep it locked. Positive notes up next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club.
It's my last Wednesday on The Breakfast Club. Shout out to Natina who sent some food up here for all of us.
Yeah, shout out to Natina.
Thank you, Natina.
What up, Natina? Now, we also got a shout out to Glorilla for joining us this morning.
Absolutely.
Big Glow, not the little one.
Yep, and also, this was your last Wealth Wednesdays on The Breakfast Club.
Yes, Rachel Rogers was up here with us, and my girl Stacey Tisdale, who I do Wealth Wednesdays with, and Nicole Harmon. So thank the ladies for joining us up here. You know, everyone should be a millionaire. Make sure you guys pick up that book from Rachel Rogers. But she's right. It's important to invest in coaching when, you know, you're trying to get ahead in life, and to also make sure that you're continually learning. And part of that is investing in yourself. So we should all be millionaires.
All right, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
Yes, the positive note is simply this, man. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. You know, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?